My name is Angie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is a channel where I typically like to make videos about books as well as videos about homeschooling, mostly book related. Today's video is a book video. It's actually a book review video, a book chat video. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it because this is the first one I have made on this channel. And I want to talk about one book in particular, and that's this book. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I picked this book up for actually two different readathons in March. The March Through History readathon as well as March Mystery Madness. I really enjoyed this book, and I've had a number of people say that they really want to read it, they're intrigued by it, so I thought I would do a review on it. And so this book is written by Stuart Turton, and I would put it in the mystery thriller category. Definitely mystery, very thriller, but not too scary, but just very intriguing, and it makes you want to keep reading it. And my plan is for this review / chat video is to start by giving you just a little bit of background information, kind of what's going on in the story, but not too much because this is a mystery, and the less you know going in, the more entertaining that the story will be. And I know that, so by no means am I trying to give any spoilers. So what I do talk about is basic plot, as well as what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. So the setting for this book is a secluded manor house called Blackheath House or Blackheath Estate. And it's set during the time frame, I believe, of like the 17 to 1800s. It's actually not stated very clearly in the book, but a few things tip me off to that idea. There's like the use of carriages, as well as the use of oil paintings for portraits for rich families. That the parents of Evelyn Hardcastle are actually throwing her a party, but there's some underlying sinisterness in the sense that it's on the anniversary of the death of their son. So the basic plot line is the solving of a murder, the murder of Evelyn Hardcastle. But the twist is that the day repeats itself in kind of a Groundhog's Day fashion. The events leading up to her murder are repeated over and over throughout this book. And there's a man named Aiden. He's kind of the protagonist, and what he wants is to solve the murder. So like I said, the day repeats itself, and in his case, it repeats himself in 8 different people. So there are different witnesses to the day that will give him clues as to help him solve the murder in these different people. And you don't just read about it from their point of view. Like, it's not just a chapter that says butler or a chapter that says gardener or whatever. It's that the main character, Aiden, actually lives. He embodies these witnesses, and then he has to still figure out what's going on. I call him the protagonist, but like antagonist, there's a couple characters that are just, you are just not sure. Are they really bad? Are they bad? Are they not? They're just kind of weird, which I won't say who I think they are. I think that's definitely something that should be read. And like I said, I don't really want to talk too much detail on the book, because the beauty of this book, what I really think I enjoyed the most, was that I was so confused, but confused in a really good way. Like, they would just really give you information in a slow way, but also in the timeline, it would be messed up. So since the day's repeating itself, you kind of had to think in your mind of like, well, the first time this went through, I learned these things, but the second time I learned these things, was that before or after the other things I learned in the first person, if that makes sense. And I loved that. I thought that was really clever. I thought that was really fun to try and figure out that part of the mystery. And so you really are, throughout the whole book, trying to put this mystery together with this main character. And so for me, that is probably the biggest pro of the book, was the puzzle. The mystery was amazing. Like, trying to figure out not only who killed Evelyn Hardcastle, but what is going on. Like, why does the day repeat itself? What are some underlying things that's resulting in this situation that is so confusing? And it's not just a straightforward like murder mystery book. And I personally love that. I also found the perspectives from the different hosts to be really fascinating. You'd think in one part like you'd have to like relearn their characters, but you don't. You're still following it from the main character's perspective. You're just following it within the body of someone else who has different memories and different problems and different reputations and things like that. And then they see the day from a different point of view entirely. And so that I thought was really fascinating as well. That kind of wove itself into that bigger, larger mystery. So those are my pros. I say the cons are the list of characters, trying to keep everybody straight. the story you just jump into. Like there's no, like, let's get to know the characters and then jump into kind of the main plot line. It's just you jump into it right away, and it's quite confusing. And so you're kind of trying to piece it together as you go, and it's hard to keep track of all the characters. It didn't bug me too much, but I read it fast. I read the book fairly quickly, and I think if you are interested in this book, I would recommend that. This can't be a book that you pick up and put down, which I do with a number of books. This book would be entirely too confusing to pick up, put down, pick up. You really should read it fairly quickly, and that will help you with the cast of characters. My second con, and this one I'm still not sure about it, like, it's the end. I liked it. I thought it was really clever, and then I didn't like it, but I did. For what the story was, it made sense to some extent, and the way they wrapped it up did make sense to some extent. And it's kind of one of those books where it will make a lot more sense if I reread it. And that's what I think so it is an intriguing reread for me, because now I know the end, and I think I will pick up a lot more as I go. But it was really fun the first time through when you're just very utterly confused. And so I liked the end. I didn't like the end. I don't know what I was expecting. It was just kind of one of these, I had no idea how they were going to land that plane. Like, I had no idea how it was going to end. And I did like it. It was clever. So I would say, in the end, I ended up probably giving this book 4 stars. It was close to a 5-star, and it might be a 5-star read for me. I still, I'm kind of going between the two. I would only probably bump it down to a 4 because I'm like, oh, I'm just not sure about the end. I liked it. I just don't know. I don't know how best to explain it. And once you read it, then message me and let me know what you think, because I really want to talk to somebody about it who has read it. But I don't want to say it on here, and I don't want to say it in the comments, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, because the journey in this book is the fun part. So I just thought it was a really, really fun book to attempt my first book chat, book review. I will, I'm sure, hopefully get better at these. It's a little hard to explain, especially when you're working off a genre such as mystery or thriller, where you really don't want to reveal anything. But it's still fun, and it was such a fun book. So I highly recommend it. Thank you for taking the time to watch my first attempt at a book review. I really appreciate it. Please consider just liking, subscribing, all of those things, and joining in the discussion, because it's a really fun channel, and I really enjoy discussing things with all of you. So yeah, that is what I have for this video, and I wish you all a wonderful day, and I think you should all pick up this book.